week was week 1 against a relatively good team, and sometimes you think you're ready and not quite ready. So week 2 I feel like is a more important judge on how you're going to go for the rest of the season. How are they able to respond after such a tough loss? Controlling the ball, making like you said, minimizing some mistakes, and it'll be interesting to see what Coach Jason Lamb has the Knights do. What the scheme is for this game.
Absolutely, because oftentimes it's not how you start out; it's how you adjust and become better throughout the season. So and you see this often in every sport, is that it's not just how you start. It's like the fourth quarter is the most important. The fourth period is the most important, because that's when you have the opportunity to adjust and get better throughout the game, throughout the season, so on and so forth.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yep, we're in for a good one today. We got beautiful weather here at Buena Vista. Not a cloud in the sky, and a little bit of chill in the air. So, be exciting stuff as the players line up to get their spiel from the refs. The Knights are here, like I said, coached by head coach Jason Lamb and assistant coach Greg Gowdy, and the Hampden-Sydney Tigers are led by head coach Jason Rostan and assistant coaches Billy Cameron, Kristen Hall, Paul Amos, and Addie Lucci. As this one looks to be set to be underway. Opening face-off to be taken by Jaden Arnold for the Knights, and then number 20, Connor Ellenbach. As the whistle blows. Ball on the ground. Trickles out and picked up by the Knights as they will look to clear. Ball moved on to the goalkeeper, Caleb Brody. Over to the left side, over to the midfield, and they are able to clear. Let's see if the Knights tend to push transition, as the errant pass will go out of bounds as an early turnover for the Knights. Hampden-Sydney ball. Quick clear to the other side as Hampden-Sydney is able to cross midfield. Doesn't seem to be pressing early offense here as the Tigers set up their substitution to get the right personnel on. As the ball moves to the top, over to the side. And a little two-man game over on the right wing. Pass inside, not able to get his hands free for a shot. Good defense by the Knights. Another dodge from X as the ball moves to the top. And the Tigers will go to work up here at the point. Strong defense and a shot. Goal scored by Hampden-Sydney early on.
Yeah, and that's the last thing you want to see from the Knights, an unforced turnover leading immediately to a point.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice, I thought the defense for the Knights there looked really good. I thought that release there scored by the Tigers, I believe that was number 26 for the Tigers. Nick Thompson, midfielder, unassisted goal. So we get another face-off. Picked up by the Knights. As he looks to cross it across the field. Not really having anywhere to go with the ball. Jaden Arnold under some trouble. And a turnover. Ball on the turf. No one could get open as the Tigers push the transition. The extra man opportunity and a shot and a goal in transition, unassisted by the Tigers.
Yeah, and that was really good defense pressuring Arnold to make sure he couldn't get the ball out after winning that face-off.
Yeah, and as you definitely want to see your attackmen work probably a little bit harder to get open.
Absolutely.
And they're giving seems they're giving Arnold a little bit of a breather on that one. Right. As we get another face-off up here. The Ball out by the Tigers, but put on the ground, but then scooped up by the Tigers with some contact from behind and no flag yet. Oh, and that second effort will draw the flag for the, and a second flag thrown. And we'll hear what that's about to be like in a second. Looks like one flag on the Knights and one possibly on the Tigers. All right, so yep, that each team will be serving the penalty. As the refs look like they're getting together, kind of discuss that series of plays. Looks like they're both being called with unnecessary roughness, but the ref's about to talk right now. And those are both full time. So goals will not cancel out the penalty, as they will go 5-5. Quick dodge up top by the Knights, and a trail check puts the ball on the ground, and the ball is heading the way of the Tigers. Quick pass back to the pole, and a shot, but blocked away, as that will trickle to the right, and Hampden-Sydney will slow it down. Pass up top as they push the extra man advantage, and a shot and off the crossbar. I thought that one went in, but miraculously stayed out as the Knights look to clear. And a push from behind will draw a flag, which will cause the Knights to go on the extra man advantage of 5v4.
So what we can already see beginning is a very aggressive game by both teams, very much not letting just soft contact, not letting a soft defense go.
That's right. The ref's sitting there talking about what the penalty is. And not a bad start by the Knights. You know, again, just I think you're still seeing a lot of the same stuff carrying over from last week. You know, I think they need to, settle down, be a little more patient with the ball, and, definitely protect it a little better. It's definitely nice having an early extra man opportunity here.
Absolutely.
So, yep, just a 30-second push penalty, giving the Knights the advantage for just a couple seconds here. Let's see if they can create any offense from this. All right, as we're underway. Little wheel action and an errant pass knocked down by the Tigers will create the extra man opportunity going the other way.
Good recovery by the Knights.
Yeah. And the Tigers are probably just going to sit there and hold the ball until both penalties were released, and we'll go to work with full strength. As that first penalty is killed, and then there's the second penalty. We are all even. Strong stop there by the Tigers. Pass inside. Ball kicked outside. Quick dodge and a pass. Hampden-Sydney seems to like their matchup here, so I think they're going to go. Good defense by the Knights, as the ball is moved to the other side. Strong dodge down the alley. Not really able to create anything here is Hampden-Sydney. The long shot just wide. The Knights look to maybe sub there. Errant pass, but the Tigers are able to keep it. Oh, not able to keep it. That's going to be a turnover. Knights looking to push early offense here. ball is carried through X by number 8, Sullivan. Back up top, where Gabe King looks to go to work. Good dodge inside. Not liking his look, so he pulled it out. As the ball moves over to the same wing. And the Knights will go to work with Connor Hackey carrying the ball. As the ball swings through X. Strong dodge through X. Ball movements with 30 seconds left on the shot clock. Quick dodge up top and a shot just wide. That will not reset the shot clock. Look for the Knights to press here on the end line play. Strong dodge from X. And stepped in the crease. That will count as a turnover. As the Tigers look to clear. Carried up by the goalkeeper. And left wide open on the left side of the field is the long stick as he carries the ball up. And the Tigers look to slow the ball down to get their offensive personnel on the field.
So we've seen this turnover problem still be an issue for the Knights, but it's a different type of turnover problem than it was last week. Less of errant passes because they failed to catch it or so on and so forth. It's more mistakes through penalties and through stepping in the crease.
Right. And we get a quick shot and saved by Caleb Brody. I believe that's his first of the night. As they carry up. And an errant pass puts the ball on the ground, but scooped up by Gabe King and the Knights. Let's see, do they push here, or do they try to maybe settle it, get the right personnel on? Knights still scoreless, looking to get their first goal of the game.
Yeah, I definitely think you need to push here because you can't have like last game where you took a while to get your first score in.
Strong dodge and a shot just wide. And the Knights will chase that one down and retain the ball. Connor Hackey down at X. And he likes his matchup. Strong slide by the Tigers, forcing the Knights to pass the ball along. Ball over to Sterling Thatcher. Will then move the ball up top. And a strong dodge defended well by the Tigers. And Sterling Thatcher, an attackman, liking being matched up with a short stick right now. Look for the Knights to try to expose that. Early slide and a shot just wide with 2 seconds left on the shot clock. And I don't know if they'll have enough time to, to really get something going as Hackey just throws it away to set up the ride.
Really great defense we've seen from the Tigers so far.
Yeah, very good. Very well defended on that last series as the Tigers look to clear. As they slowly walk it up. 10 seconds left to cross it over midfield. And they're unable to with an offsides penalty, giving the ball right back to the Knights. With a lot of confusion on the field and a shot just over the crossbar. Ball will stay with the Knights. Picked up by number 8, Zach Sullivan. As he carries it up top. Dodge carrying it across the seam. And another dodge coming from the Knights. And a shot. Seems to be a mile away, easily saved by the Tigers goalkeeper. And a quick clear. But an errant pass will give the ball right back to the Knights. Easily cleared.
Yeah, I think that was an example of the Tigers trying to do too much and too soon at that moment.
That's right. So the Knights slow it down and go to work with Gabe King. Quick pass inside. And a shot just over the crossbar again. Quick pass to Sterling Thatcher, and a shot blocked away by the defender, and that is going the other way for the Tigers as they press the transition, and another shot blocked away. Strong defense there by the Knights, and they should force Hampden-Sydney to make their substitutions. That was one thing I've noticed so far that the Knights have improved on was transition defenses. They got lucky there with a one-on-one with the goalie, and the Tigers just couldn't put that one away. Good ball movement by the Tigers. And the Tigers to make a long dodge. Oh, and a nice little sidestep to a pass. Led to a shot, but a nice save by Caleb Brody, and a flag is on the ground. And it looks like the Knights will be, looks like that penalty will be on the Knights. And the Tigers will go on the extra man advantage. It's like a cross check. That'll be a 1-minute penalty on number 14, Wyatt Garrett, the long stick midi.
So far we've seen both teams hurt themselves with penalties quite a bit.
That's right. Quick shot and a great save by Caleb Brody on this penalty kill. Ran up by the Knights, and they are successfully able to clear. And let's see if they, maybe try to push something, or if they just try to hold on to the ball to kill the rest of this penalty. You definitely don't want to turn it over now.
Yeah.
And they got an extra man on the field. Defended well by the Tigers. 10 seconds left on the penalty.
And it looks like they'll do that, just let the penalty run out and get the extra man on.
And that'll do it. The Knights with another penalty kill. As they go to work on the left wing. Quick movement. Gets the ball up to number 3, Clay Hackey, as he trips on his dodge, but able to hold on to the ball, and a shot. And that one will be backed up by the Tigers. And that's always frustrating. You do everything right, you just can't retain possession on the missed shot. As the Tigers clear and slow it down to get their personnel on. Little miscommunication there, forces an open guy for the Tigers, and they are not able to capitalize on it. Long skip pass over to the opposite wing as the Tigers will go to work here. Long carry through X. He seems to like his matchup here. Strong dodge at X, creates a space and a quick slide. Strong slide forces the Tigers to bump the ball outside. Great defense there. Another dodge. Inside, and a backhand shot wide. And that will not reset the shot clock with 11 seconds left. Hampden-Sydney looking to go quick here. Quick pass upside, and a shot saved away by Brody, and the Knights will pick up the ball with 1 second left on the shot clock. Quick pass back up to the midfield, and the Knights will clear. And they like their looks here, so they're going to go. Shot and a save. Great save by the Tigers, puts the ball right back on front, and a garbage goal, scored by the long stick, number 31, Seth Millington.
That is a great job sticking with the play after the offensive possession had already broken down.
Oh, absolutely, especially for a defensive player. That was awesome. You know, the first one doesn't go through, but, you know, sometimes, you know, if you can create that little rebound up front, makes for a really good opportunity. And Knights finally able to get on the board and capitalize it.
Yeah, and that was doubly important for the Knights because their defense had been playing very well, so their offense really needed to catch up with their defense there.
That's right, as we get another face-off, as the ball's trickled out by the Tigers, and they're able to pick it up, but he's met with a whole lot of problems, and the Knights are able to put the ball on the ground. The Tigers able to scoop up the ball and get it across midfield and get the ball to their attackmen. Hampden-Sydney slows the ball down with a strong dodge from up top, and no one seemed to pick him up. Unable to capitalize on that. Quick dodge up top, but strong. Good pass inside and a shot wide. Ball will stay with the Tigers. 27 seconds left on the shot clock. Strong dodge inside and a pass. Looks like it was tipped away by the goalkeeper, Caleb Brody. Ball will stay with the Tigers with 18 seconds left on the shot clock. Movement to the other side. A strong dodge and a shot, and that one's going to go in. That one unassisted on the redodge. I don't think anyone was expecting that shot to go. And the Tigers are able to sneak one past Caleb Brody on that one, who's you know, been playing really well so far in this first quarter. Increasing the lead from 3-1.
It's a very important face-off here to end the period.
That's right. Ball on the ground, and that'll be another face-off win for the Tigers. They slowly walk it up. With a bad pass picked up by the Tigers and a quick shot. Save. The garbage goal trickled up front, and the Tigers will capitalize on the early transition to then extend the lead to 4. Those ones are frustrating because you got a great save from Caleb Brody initially on the first shot, and you know, unable to control the ball, trickles right to the stick of the attackman for the Tigers, and he's able to bury that one.
Yeah, and what's interesting about the shot position is that the first shot was to the left side of the goal, and then the second shot was to the completely opposite side. So it was very good offense by the Tigers.
Good offense and a lot of bad luck for the Knights, that's for sure, on that one right there. As the Knights pick up the ball with 20 seconds left in the quarter. Look for them to, and a great check, puts the ball on the ground, having the ball come the other way. Quick advantage. 7 seconds left. Ball on the ground. Kept in bounds by the Tigers. And that'll do it for the first quarter, as the Hampden-Sydney Tigers lead your Southern Virginia Knights 4-1. Mark, you got any takeaways for that?
So what's very interesting to see here is the great defense being played by both teams. Both defenses are focused in, getting long possessions. I believe they both forced a shot clock violation in both possessions. So both defenses have been really good. The Tigers have gotten more shots. They've had more opportunities on the goal, which has led to obviously more goals. So that's the interesting thing that the Knights have to improve on, is that they have to be getting those opportunities.
Right.
The turnovers, they started real bad with the turnovers in the first part of the quarter, but then focused in through the second half of the period. So we'll see if they continue that trend of not doing those turnovers, because they did a really good job of that in the second half of that
Yeah,
period.
I agree. I think yeah, they still had a little bit of, nerves and rust. I think still on, being this new into the season, and early on, still trying to figure some things out. Yeah, and I thought Caleb Brody, I think, he had a rough start, but I think he's finally stepping down, really stepping in there and, seeing balls a little better. He's had a couple really good saves.
He's at 5. He's at 5 for the game so far.
Yeah,
so
5
absolutely.
saves already. Yeah, so he's playing well. Jaden Arnold needs to find a way, I think, to win a couple more face-offs. And, I think, like you said, the Knights really, started to control the ball a little better and, taking more high-quality looks and opportunities, And, the game's still young, and they're only down by 3.
Absolutely.
So I think there's still plenty of time here. What I'm anxious to see is that, even from last week, I'm still yet to see somebody on the offensive side of the ball who's gonna take control of this game. Who's gonna be the guy that, when the team needs a goal, who's gonna be the guy to go get it? And just have yet to see that this since the Knights have started playing games this season. So
yeah. An interesting thing about the Knights defense, that on Hampden-Sydney's 4 goals, none of them have been assisted. So it really has been just great offense by Hampden-Sydney, just overcoming the Knights' great defense.
As we start the second quarter with a Knights face-off win, scooped up by the long stick, number 22, Michael Brown, as he moves it through, unable to get a shot off. Ball still with Brown at X. And that's one thing you never want to see, is a pole-on-pole, causing the turnover, and Hampden-Sydney moving the ball after a much-needed face-off win. And a quick shot over the crossbar by the Tigers. As the Tigers look to go to work here on offense. As the ball moves up top. And they getting their face-off personnel off. Looking to go to work from high up top. Strong dodge down the alley. Ball swings through X. Back up to the point, where Hampden-Sydney likes to go to work with their midfield. And a shot and a save. Great pass by Brody, giving the Knights some early transition offense opportunities.
That was just a great play by Brody. A great save and a great clear right back to back.
As the Knights slow it down so they get their correct personnel on for the right shift. On with Clay Hackey and Sterling Thatcher. As Connor Hackey liking his look, he's going to go. Nothing really open. And the ball moves to the opposite side. And a quick dodge inside and a shot by Thatcher. Unable to connect. Maybe the goalie got a piece of that one. They're resetting the shot clock. Long carry up to the top by Sullivan. Over to King. And a strong dodge, and he's got a step. And a good lift check will get King off his rip. Knight's able to take a shot, but easily seen by the Tigers. And they are pushing the ball in transition. Over to the attackman. Back up to the pole and a shot. Brody with the save. And possession will stay with the Tigers. It's a great save there by Brody. And a timeout called.
Yeah, so what we've seen so far in this period is just great play by Brody. Just excellent saves on the defensive end there.
Yeah, he's definitely standing on his head this second quarter. He let a couple in early, and I think he's dialed in. As the coaches talk things over. Now, one thing I've noticed is I feel like the Knights have definitely slowed things down so far this game as compared to last week against St. Mary's. They're not pressing the early transition as much as they did. And do you think the turnover factor from last week, you think Coach Lamb, saying, hey, get the ball over, settle it, let's, maybe kill some clock before we get offense going? Do you think that's what's going on?
Absolutely. Last week they had a lot of just dropped balls off of quick passes, so the players were playing ahead of the actual game, which forced a lot of uncaused turnovers. So I definitely think that is an adjustment that's been made to make sure to limit those turnovers. So even if we're not getting as many shots off because we're settling the ball, making sure we're getting a good shot, we're at least not turning the ball over in that aspect.
Yeah. As the Tigers offense goes to work here with a quick dodge from up top. And he's got a step. Quick pass up top. Over to the other wing. And a dodge up top and a shot. Saw all the way by Brody. And he's going to clear the ball up over to number 21, JT Cutrer. As they look to not press the transition offense. Get the right people on. Quick dodge from X. A bounce pass up to number 3, Clay Hackey. Over to 32, Sterling Thatcher. Unable to get a step on the defender. And King likes his look inside, but a quick turnover by the Knights will give the Tigers a quick transition opportunity here.
That was just a great check right there by the Tigers defender.
As the Tigers will go to work against the Knights. Ball really staying here with the attack on this possession. Hampden-Sydney really seems to like their midfield on short stick defender matchups as the Knights quickly adjust for that. Tigers still going to work here. Really setting up for number 12 to take a dodge here. Look for the early slide by the Knights. And a quick dodge and shot, not able to hit the mark. Will stay with the Tigers. There's a quick dodge to the point. And a shot. Brody saw that one all the way and saved it. Looking to clear the other way as he gets the ball to the short stick. Number 7, Scott Dupay. With a quick pass. And the Knights will slow it down. Strong defense by the Knights. Even better goalkeeping by Caleb Brody.
Yeah, he's having himself one heck of a game so far.
Quick dodge up top by Gabe King as he moves the ball to the point. And Connor Hackey going to work here late in this second period. Pass over to the attack. Looking for a shot, but nothing there. And a quick two-man game from behind the goal was Zach Sullivan.
We say Sully!
Not able to get anything going here. Dangerous pass, but held on by the Knights. And a shot wide, backed up by Sullivan and the Knights. He was close there. The goalkeeper almost beat him. long carry from the point by Gabe King. And a pass and a shot. Goal scored with nothing. Oh, nope. Didn't beat the shot clock. That'll be a shot clock violation. No goal.
That was great defense by the Tigers to just ward him off just long enough to keep it from getting inside.
Man, that one was seconds away from being a buzzer beater. I know he's going to want that one back. He can't believe it. As a quick offensive opportunity developed for the Tigers, and nothing able to come from it as they get their offensive middies on. Slow pace offense here by the Tigers. And a quick two-man action up top is going to lead to a shot. Checked away. Take a lot of the mustard off of that shot. And a battle along the end line is going to give the Knights the ball. And Caleb Brody really keeping the Knights in this game. And a quick turn, a quick check puts the ball on the ground. And a fancy bounce pass along midfield. The Tigers press in the early transition offense. A quick shot, or a pass, excuse me. With the double team. Tigers able to hold onto the ball, and they're able to bury that one. That one scored by number 12, Michael Leone, for the Tigers. Just, really staying on top of that transition and pushing before the Knights able to get their proper personnel on.
Yeah, that was a really, really dangerous defensive play by the Knights, and it didn't pan out. The Tigers were able to work around it and get that goal.
As Arnold looks to face off again. As he gets the ball out to the wing, and the Knights get the face-off win. Unable to maintain his footing. The Turf Monster seems to cause him to have a turnover with strong ground ball play, but not enough to hold on to the ball. Tigers with the possession once again. And a quick pass inside, not picked up or handled by the Tigers. I thought that was a pass, but must have been read a shot, but the Tigers will have the ball and a timeout. Seems like some confusion by some of the Knights players on why they don't have the possession, but.
All right, so the second period, we've seen SVU definitely try and limit their turnovers. There have been some excellent checks by the Tigers defense that has caused them, as opposed to SVU giving away their possessions.
No, Tigers definitely playing some strong defense here. Knights really need to, I think they're being a little too patient. I think they've over-adapted from last week. I don't think their dodges aren't getting as deep. The offense that they're trying to run, really, you really need to be able to beat that first guy to get something going. And I just feel like a lot of the players, when they are dodging, aren't dodging long enough. They're giving up on the dodge and passing it too early, which, is allowing the Tigers to stay in position here. So I would like, maybe Coach Lamb to make that adjustment, say, hey, keep, don't settle, work harder, get that step. And, you're not going to be able to create offense unless you can get the defenders moving. And so far, the one-on-one defense for the Tigers has been as good as you'll see.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's part of that reason is that those non-committal dodges lead to a lot of those good checks by the Tigers.
That's right.
If you're not staying committed to the dodge, you're going to leave yourself open for stuff like that. So they definitely have to find the balance of being patient, not turning the ball over, not causing uncaused turnovers, but also actually getting shots and making sure that they're not giving easy opportunities for the
absolutely.
Tigers defense.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. As Hampden-Sydney looks to go to work off the timeout, and they should be able to set up a long possession here with 60 seconds left on the shot clock. Tall dodge up top. Really working hard to get top side, and the shot deflected wide off goal. Well, Brody must have got a piece of that one because that resets the shot clock. And an errant pass. Still a shot from about that was about 20 yards away, 15 yards away by the Tigers. Number 26, Nick Thompson, senior midfielder. And that was frustrating. The defense was good, and the initial defense was good, and just couldn't stay on top, and still able to get a shot off. And that one, he just beat Brody stick side high.
Absolutely, and that's Nick Thompson's second goal of the game. He's playing very well so far.
So we get a face-off by Jaden Arnold, and he wins it up front, but a whistle and a face-off violation, his first of the game, will give the ball to the Tigers. Something happened, not quite sure what, but
perhaps an offsides penalty?
Maybe. Or maybe the violation was against the Tigers.
A little miscommunication
between
the refs.
Miscommunications from the officials, I think. But the Knights will have the ball as they look to go to work late here in the second quarter. Strong dodge to get top side, and a pass inside. Gabe Keeg unable to hang on to that one as the Tigers push it the other way. Oh, and a good interception by Connor Hackey on the ride, giving the Knights a little bit of opportunity here. Let's see if they can capitalize on that one. And a quick dodge from X. Pass inside, not being able to bring that one in. That will be a turnover.
Well, and like we were talking about earlier, that first turnover by Gabe King, that was a non-committal dodge. He wasn't going hard enough at it, and therefore left him open for the easy check.
As the Tigers able to clear that one in a scoring position, and a shot, and Brody's able to get a piece of that one, but ball still in play. Scooped up by the Knights. The Tigers a little upset there. They didn't get a penalty. A little bit of contact over there. Tigers really slowing pace down here. And a substitution error leads to a shot, but a great check inside forces a wide shot. Tigers will hold on to the ball with 30 seconds left of the shot clock to go to work. Strong dodge from X. Unable to get top side, but a feed and a quick goal scored off of the end line look for the Tigers. Increasing the lead by 6, excuse me.
And that was just a brilliant pass and a great off-ball player movement right there, allowing him to get open inside for the shot.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is, that's the difference between, I think, both offenses. I think, defenses are playing relatively well. The Hampden-Sydney's just getting a little deeper on their dodges, really drawing the Knights to go to the ball, allowing that backside guy to be wide open for a quick stick goal there. So the Knights win the face-off, and Arnold gets the ball over to King. Knights sub to get their midfield on. Thatcher up at the top corner. A good dodge gets him the step, but nothing came from it. As the ball moves up top. And a long one-on-one matchup leads to a shot that's going to be backed up by the goalkeeper of the Tigers. And there was just a lot of Knights standing around on that offensive possession, not working, not doing the work needed to create offensive opportunities against a good team as Sydney.
Absolutely. It's been mostly one-on-one for them, which is where the Tigers' defense has excelled.
That's right.
Whereas so far in the second period, the Tigers' offense has been mostly assisting, passing, getting the open man inside.
That's right. As an errant pass unable to be handled by the Tigers, gives the ball to the Knights with some transition opportunity here. And a bad pass will allow the Tigers to catch up. But unpicked up, shot and a great save. That might have went off the cross. That might have went off the pipe. Strong opportunity there on the miscommunication by the Tigers. Unable to capitalize with the Knights. Strong dodge inside and a pass wide open. Unable to handle that, and that will be another turnover. As the Tigers look to clear here. As they get it across midfield, and the Tigers look to go to work. As the ball remains up at midfield. Getting the proper personnel on are the Tigers. And a strong dodge from the right wing. Feed inside. Picked up well by the Knights. And a shot. Brody saw that one coming from a mile away. And the ball back on the ground. Kept in bounds, but, oh, nope, just out of bounds. Tipped ball by the Knights on the ride. Nobody's pressing that. Some sloppy clear play by both teams, giving the ball right back to the Knights. With the shot clock having more time than the game clock, they should be able to hold this one for one more good look. As Gabe King likes his matchup, and he's going to go to the goal. And a shot and a save by the Tigers. Giving the Tigers one potential offensive opportunity here. And they're looking to go early on transition, and a shot deflected away by the defender. Picked up by Caleb Brody, and a great pass to get that ball out to start the clear.
You got 25 seconds.
Yeah, this should be able to give the Knights one last opportunity to put one on before the half. As Sterling Thatcher drives deep in. Not liking his look, he will move the ball along to number 3, Clay Hackey. Strong dodge inside. And a feed, forced feed inside. Not really anything there, but that will do it for the half. As the Tigers of Hampden-Sydney lead your Southern Virginia Knights 7-1. And Mark, do you have any takeaways from that game?
Well, what the Knights really have to do is they really just have to get their offense going, even if that means passing a little bit more, being a little bit more aggressive, maybe turning the ball over a little bit more. You need to get your offense going. You need to start putting some goals up on the board. As for Hampden-Sydney, they really are just playing well on both sides of the ball. The SVU defense has been very strong, so there's only so much you can do there. But Hampden-Sydney's defense has been phenomenal and has given them several opportunities on the defensive end.
Right, and I think they're really starting to capitalize on mistakes being made by the Knights, especially in the clear and ride game. Hampden-Sydney's goal, I think, 3 of their 4 goals have come from transition, or 3 of their 7 goals have come from transition in that second quarter. I agree with you. I think they just need to play more aggressive on offense. I think they're trying to be a little too careful, and I think that's biting them in the butt right now. We are going to take a quick break here, and we'll be back for a little more second half lacrosse action up here at the fields. And thank you so much. We'll be right back. All right, we are back. Thanks for tuning in with us. We are back for some second half action as we get a face-off here. A violation and give the ball to the Knights. As we move the ball up to Gabe King. He slows it down to get the right personnel on. Ball up to number 32, Sterling Thatcher. Thatcher going to work here, and he's going to take a shot, and a goal scored early on in this second half by Thatcher, unassisted. Absolute rocket of a shot.
Well, that's about as perfect as you want it coming out of the half. Down 6, you just get it within a couple seconds of the shot clock going in.
That's right. Great shot, great goal. Sticking with the dodge, and he's able to bury that one.
That's true. That is a big difference from the previous half of play. Was that was a very committal dodge. He went full tilt into that one.
So we get another face-off. Ball popped out by the Tigers and hooked by Jaden Arnold. And that'll be a penalty on Arnold. Looks like the net of his stick got stuck on his helmet strap. About ripped his helmet right off. Regardless, that will be a penalty on Arnold.
And that's just an unfortunate accident. Certainly wasn't intentional, but there's only so much you can do.
Yeah, Yes, it happens. That stuff happens for sure. As the Tigers will go on the. Oh, it looks like the flag was waved off. We are at even strength here as the Tigers go to work behind the cage. Quick movement, the ball on the ground. Pressure by the Knights. Stout defense there by JT, causing an errant pass, and the Tigers unable to hold on to the ball. And let's see if the Knights can capitalize on that. Caleb Brody carries the ball up as he moves the ball along. Quick over to the short stick, and he's able to beat the attackman for the successful clear. The Knights look to substitute, get their offensive midfielders on. A strong carry, and the Tigers able to put the ball on the ground, and the ball going the other way. High pass, unable to be brought in by the Tigers, scooped up and carried over midfield for a successful clear. As the Tigers go to work on offense. Now look for the Tigers to expose the short stick matchup here. Maybe an early slide by the Knights. And a pass on the backside, unable to be brought down. And cleared away. Brought back outside the box by the Tigers. And a substitution error is going to give the Tigers an opportunity, and unable to hold on to the ball. And that will go out of bounds, giving the Knights the possession. Picked up by the long stick, Michael Brown. As he moves it across midfield. And a check at midfield will put the ball on the ground. And that again scooped up by the Tigers, as they have the man advantage on this transition. Not seeming too desperate to push it though. Will be moved out as the Tigers will set up their offensive possession here. Over to the wing. And a strong dodge up top, getting him to miss a step. No opportunities there. And another dodge and a shot saved by Caleb Brody. And moved along cross midfield for a possible transition look. And recovered well by the Tigers. Knights subbing their defensive midfield off. Let this midfield group go to work. A strong dodge by Zach Sullivan. Ball down through X with Connor Hackey. As he drives up his left side. And a pass up to Gabe King, who's going to go to work, in a shot forced wide by the Tigers. And the ball will stay with the Knights with 30 seconds left on the shot clock. A long carry by Sullivan. As he goes to work. Strong dodge inside, and he's going to shoot that one. Saved all the way by the Tigers. Strong aggressive ground ball play there by John Yando. As he looks to work. And a shot wide, almost handled by Thatcher, unable to be picked up as there's a one-on-one ground ball. Down at the corner, finally picked up by the Tigers. And going the other way. The Knights set up their ride. And a quick feed over midfield will give the Tigers their clear. A little sloppy pass work this second half so far.
Yeah, and you can tell the Knights are not allowing anything easy right now. They've come out of the half with a vengeance.
Yeah, it's something you definitely want to see. A little stronger one-on-one defense here. There's a pass goes inside with a shot over the well over the crossbar. And the shot clock will stay at 42 seconds. Quick switch on the pick. Behind X, ball now up top. The strong dodge down the alley, no one there to pick him up, and he's going to shoot and score. Take that one all the way. Number 41 unassisted for the Tigers. That is number 41, Marshall Flagg, midfielder for the Tigers. Just kind of little second effort on that dodge to be able to create that scoring opportunity.
Yeah, like you said earlier, all it takes is one step, and you're right to the goal.
Tigers increasing their lead back up to 6 as we get another face-off. Quick whistle. Arnold able to get that ball out, but unable to pick it up. And the ball will go with the Tigers. A little bit of contact in the middle of the field. You love to see it. And the Knights coming away with the transition opportunity here and unable to find anyone and putting the ball right on the ground. Going the other way for the Tigers.
Very aggressive play by both teams on that face-off. Not letting anything easy go.
And that's always frustrating as a face-off guy. When you win the clamp, you get a ball out, and you just can't pick up the ground ball. That's the most frustrating part.
Yeah.
Hampden-Sydney looking to set up their offense. Making sure they got the right personnel on as they set up this long dodge from up top. Again with another step inside as he falls down, still able to get the shot off just a little wide. And the ball picked up but scooped right out of bounds, giving the Knights the ball. He's going to want that one back for sure. Nice pass over to the long stick. Oh, and a lazy pass there puts the ball on the ground. Able to be scooped up by the Knights, though. With 5 seconds left to get it across midfield. And they do just barely. It was the hardest they've had to work for a clear all day so far.
Yeah, both teams, you can tell what both coaches were saying in halftime. Don't let anything go easy.
Knights faced with a quick double team and beat there by Hackey. And he's got the step on the defender, but yard sailed there. Got to hold on to the twig as he moves it to X. Down to the goal keep as the Tigers look to set up their clear. And the goal keep crossing dangerous area, and he's wanting to go to the goal, and he is met with some serious contact there. No foul. As he puts it down, and he's on his back again, but able to get the ball up, and the Tigers are able to capitalize on that extra effort there by the goalkeeper to set up a little garbage goal up in front.
That was a wild possession. I haven't seen anything like that.
Yeah, it's always exciting when the goalkeeper goes over midfield. I think he was a little too eager wanting to score. And the Tigers making a goalkeeper switch now. we get another face-off. And a whistle by the refs, calling a hold on the Tigers, giving the Knights the ball. Carried over by number 11, Peyton Merwin. Down to Zach Sullivan, who looks to go to work. The pass a little bit too tall to handle by Clay Hackey, giving the Tigers another offensive opportunity here. Drop ball, still able to clear. And the Knights offsides here. The Knights going offsides. That's one of the risks you have by riding hard, as the Knights like to do. And that'll give them the extra man down on defense with a free play. And a stoppage here. That'll implement the 30-second penalty as the Tigers go on the extra man advantage here. Or maybe the flag waved off. And that is a bullet dodge there by the Knights. That's the last thing you'd want, to go man down there. As the Tigers go to work, dodging across midfield. Pass inside, unable to handle that. Scooped it back up by the Tigers. And another flag on the ground. And a free play and a shot. Way wide of its mark. A little too aggressive there by... A little bit aggressive defensive there. Picking up the hold on number 21, JT Cutterer, excuse me.
You can tell how the refs. You can tell the refs were noticing how aggressive the game was getting. Wanting to control it, make sure no one gets injured or hurt, or the rules don't get violated.
Yeah. And a quick pass and a goal scored on the backside, man. As the Tigers capitalize on that extra man opportunity, goal scored by number 12, Michael Leone for the attackman for the Tigers.
And this game is following the same pattern as the last game for the Knights, of where the defense stood really tall, gave every opportunity to the offense to keep it close. But it just eventually got to the point, especially in the second half, where the defense started collapsing and couldn't keep giving the opportunities to the offense.
Right. And a little early movement on the Tigers. That'll be 3 face-off violations in the second half. So every face-off violation after now will result in a 30-second penalty. So that'll be a 30-second penalty on the violation. Will give the Knights the extra man opportunity here.
And the Knights definitely need to keep capitalizing on that. They just need to make sure that they are taking advantage every time that there's a face-off violation.
That's right, yeah, because, having that extra man is huge, and as long as they can make right decisions in a errant skip part, we talk about making the right decision, turns the ball over. That's the last thing you want. As they push it, and they get the shorthanded goal, scored in transition, just not picked up there by the Knights, and the Hampden-Sydney able to capitalize on that turnover before the penalty was even killed. And that's the last thing you want.
It seems like the Knights are trying to make this adjustment of they were getting beat one-on-one on offense, and so they're trying to double team more often, but the Tigers passing has then just led straight to that open person for the shot.
It's almost like pick your poison. The Tigers right now, pick your poison, Not going to slide, they'll score on the 1v1s, or if if you do slide too early, they're definitely finding the open guy as we get a face-off here. And another whistle with possession going to the Knights. A couple seconds left in this penalty, maybe getting a look. And the Tigers able to hold down the fort and kill the penalty. Knights look to go to work. John Yando up top. And a little fancy pass, a little too low for King to handle. Puts the ball on the ground, but checked away by King. Able to keep the ball with the Knights. Thatcher going to work on the wing. Strong left fielder, sophomore. A strong dodge from Hackey up top, and he's going to shoot, bouncing well over the crossbar. And possession will stay with the Knights with 58 seconds on the shot clock. Oh, never mind, switched up. Over there, possession with the Tigers as they clear. And a quick pass. Picked up by Brody, and he's slow to get up. Able to hold on to the ball, though. And he moves it to the box side as Connor Hackey's able to clear the ball over midfield. And he carries the ball down to X. Strong dodge by Yando. Pass up to Thatcher in the middle, but no shot there. And they pull it out to reset their offense. Little toe drag up front. Defended well by the Tigers. Another dodge by Clay Hackey. He gets inside, but the ball checked down onto the turf. Scooped up by the Tigers. And another caused turnover. Long pass with the fancy handle by the Tigers. Ball carried up to midfield by the Tigers. And they are slowing possession down with a slight error on substitution, giving the Tigers a little bit of a step, but no opportunity from there as the ball swings through X. Strong dodge from the wing. And the ball is now moved up to the point of the field. And an errant pass. It'll be an uncaused turnover on the Tigers as the Knights carry across field. Dodge from down low by number 7 Scott Dupay, the defensive midfielder, as he moves the ball along and will get off the field for the offensive midfielders. As the Knights go back to work with 40 seconds left on the shot clock.
Only 1 second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
Yeah. And an errant pass, a little too tall to handle. Possession will stay with the Knights. Scooped up by Gabe King as he carries across midfield. Hit a little bit high as he adjusts his helmet down. Maybe refs missed a little contact there. With 23 seconds left to work. Real patient, long dodge here as he carries the ball through X. Still liking his matchup with 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Not a pass inside. The Tigers will remain strong there, and that will do it for the third quarter. I think that was a much better quarter compared to the rest of the game, especially later on, defensively wise for the Knights. I still think, I'm still waiting to see who's going to be the guy who takes charge here for the Knights to really get their offense going.
Absolutely. There's not much cohesion there on the offensive side. The defense is working hard, getting good switches, switching up strategies, trying to do double teams as opposed to single play. So you can tell the defense is very cohesive and working hard and going for it, but the offense is very stagnant, very one-on-one, not much going on, which has really hurt the Knights. And Hampden-Sydney, has really just been doing what they've been doing the entire game. Methodical, taking advantage of whatever defensive strategy the SVU implements, and just taking advantage of every turnover, every opportunity that's been given to them. Right.
And they're working harder, getting more players involved, and like I said, I'm just waiting to see who's going to be the guy who steps up and really can do it for their team. Knights desperately need start putting some goals on the board to make this a lacrosse game, but we'll see as they look to take the field to the start of this fourth quarter. And the Knights just continue to be outshot as they were last week as well.
Yeah.
It's just hard to win games that way. If they're getting almost double the amount of shots on goal, that's never going to work out well for you.
Yeah,
I don't care how good your goalie is, that's not going to work out well for you.
Absolutely. Hampden-Sydney with 39 shots and SVU with only 21. What's really interesting is that it hasn't quite felt the same, but last week in that blowout loss, the SVU actually had 27 turnovers. This week through 3 periods, they already have 25. So definitely need to continue limiting those.
Yep, as we are underway with a face-off win, unable to be picked up and handled by the Knights. As the ball will trickle out of bounds, giving the Knights possession. Carried across. Looking to get something going here for the Knights in this fourth quarter. Quick ball down through X is Zach Sullivan. It's Gabe King as he carries it right back through X. A shifty dodge there by Thatcher, getting top side. Is he able to get his hands free for a shot? He is, but bounces it over the crossbar. Good hustle play there by the Knights to retain possession. With 39 seconds left of the shot clock. Sullivan looking to go to work here. And he passes the ball up to Thatcher. Now over to Yondo as he goes to work from up top, and a shot missing its mark low left. 24 seconds left to work on the shot clock as Hackey carries the ball from the end line. Looking to push this short stick matchup behind the cage. Good movement up top and a shot mile wide by Yondo. Hackey with the ball at X. And a feed inside, trying to beat the shot clock and unable to hold on to it, but a push. Loose ball push will give the Knights the ball with a fresh 60 seconds on the shot clock. Some good opportunities there, just unable to capitalize.
Yeah, and that was the case through the whole third period, is that Hampden-Sydney gave SVU every opportunity they needed. There were a lot of turnovers, a lot of balls on the ground, so it's just SVU really needs to get their offense going and take advantage of all these opportunities.
That's right. Gabe King working up top. It's a little trail check, but able to move the ball along. Over to Yando, who feeds it inside a little too high for Sullivan to handle, and he's unable to bring that one in for a turnover for another turnover for the Knights. As the Tigers look to set up their dead ball clear here. The Knights going with a match feet ride here. Make sure their communication is good so we don't get another offsides call. Long ball to the midfield or to the attack, and Sydney's able to clear with the potential scoring opportunity broken up there by number 22, Michael Brown, defender. He saved a goal there.
Yeah, that would have been a very easy attempt for the Tigers there. So great defensive play.
Yeah, one-on-one on the doorstep, and he was able to make the play. It was a good. They call it nugget. That was a good nugget. As the Tigers go back to work with 30 seconds left on the shot clock. And a long carry, and I expect him to take this dodge. You got an attackman on a short stick. And a shot, and Brody saw that one all the way, was able to get a piece of it. And scooped up by Brown and the Knights. As he carries across midfield with the midfielder right on his back. Moves it along to JT. Cut over to Hackey. No opportunities there, but the Knights look to set up their offense. Knights really missing their number 6 attackman, Eric Knorr, today, out with a hamstring injury. Knorr, one of the leaders on this team. And a nice dodge inside by Hackey. And he's able to bury that one unassisted off the redodge there. Just good, he was really patient, real strong with that dodge, and we're able to bury that one.
Absolutely. And this is a very key possession if they're going to get back into this game. This face-off by Jaden Arnold is going to be huge.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, really, it's going to be Arnold and Brody really going to give them the best chance to stay in this game. And now it's down to the offense being able to capitalize on some of these opportunities that they've had so far in this fourth quarter. And it's always good to get one. As the Tigers win the face-off. Tigers thinking about going there and still wait until they get their proper personnel on. Strong dodging up top. As the Tigers go to work and a feed inside, but no real look. Will put the ball on the turf. And that is scooped up by Brown and the Knights with a transition opportunity here as he pushes towards the cage, and he's going to shoot, and a goal scored from coast to coast by number 22, Michael Brown. Excellent, excellent goal on the transition by the pole.
And you can see SVU trying to make some gambles, trying to get back into this game, and so far in this fourth period, they've been working. Getting some good defensive stops, forcing some turnovers, and then obviously we've gotten 2 goals, which doubled their score from the third period.
That's right. And again, face-offs getting more and more important as the game gets, as the clock winds down. As they decrease the lead to 7. Face-off, ball popped out by the Knights with a violation on the Knights, and that'll be going towards the Tigers' way.
That's only the second violation of the game. He's been doing very well, but that's the worst time you could possibly think to have a face-off violation there.
Yeah, trying to gain a little momentum. he rolls it out to the midfield, and the Tigers look to go to work. Quick ball movement by the Tigers. And a long dodge from the midfield. And he's going to shoot and score unassisted. There almost looked like he was going to pull off from the dodge, go down through X, and he put it back in his left hand and just buried that one just inside, just past Brody. Increasing their lead to 8 goals as we get another face-off. And another violation by the Tigers, giving the Knights the extra man for 30 seconds.
And this is where you really have to push if you're SVU's offense, because you've been starting to get hot, starting to get going, and now you have an opportunity with a man up.
No, this possession needs to end with a goal if they're gonna have a chance in coming back in this game. So you look for good ball movement, smart passing, and really taking good shots. Right there, that's a good shot. Right there, at 10 yards out in the hash. That's what Coach Lamb calls the sweet spot of, our sweet spot scoring area. It was a good shot, and possession retained by the Knights. With a fresh 60 seconds on the shot clock. And an errant pass picked up. And Gabe King draws another penalty as that first one is released. Ball still on the ground in front of the goal. And picked up by the Tigers will activate the second penalty. Giving the Knights another 30 seconds. Excuse me, that was a slash call, so that is a 1-minute penalty. Again, I'm just going to reiterate the importance of, really trying to capitalize on this opportunity here if they want to stay in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Because in the first half, Hampden-Sydney played as well as you could possibly imagine. They were crisp. They didn't They didn't have any issues.
And there, an errant pass to quickly end the possession. Knights still with one extra man on. Look for them to be able to have the opportunity to double team the ball here to try to get the ball back. As the ball is on the ground, the Tigers touching it and going out of bounds. Knights get the turnover there as they look to press advantage here. Ball moves up top and a quick shot, but doesn't make it to the cage. Picked up again by Hackey, and he's able to bury that one. But, he can't believe it. A whistle. A timeout. A timeout called by the Knights will take that goal away. The Knights will hold on possession. He can't believe it.
Yeah. You'd think it'd be a good timeout call because he was really deep in trouble there, but he was able to get out of it and put the ball in the goal. But that is an unfortunate timeout call there.
No, absolutely. I mean, and that's just bad luck because, Coach Lamb making the right call there to take the timeout because, like you said, that was, he was dangerous. He was deep. The ball had been on the ground a couple times. I think he was waiting for that ball just to get picked up. And unfortunately, Hackey was able to pick that ball up on the right side, and it's just unfortunate that he wasn't able to count that goal. But that was the right timeout call by Jason Lamb. You definitely don't want to blow an extra man opportunity here.
Give another turnover.
And then another
all of a sudden you're down a man on the opposite side.
Exactly right. So, Yeah, it's frustrating, but you got to dial it in and, work harder and get another one here. Hopefully this one will actually count.
Yeah, that's at least something you can say about in this period is that the Knights offense is at least getting going a little bit. That's three goals, 2 of which counted, that you can build off of to continue hopefully get fighting back into this game.
Right, and if I kind of just shooting here, but I'm pretty sure that the Knights are out shooting the Tigers so far in this second half.
Yeah, well, in this period, SVU has had 7 shots to the Tigers 2, and then in total in the half, it's 13-10 in favor of the Knights. So they are getting the shots they need. They just need to take up the opportunities.
All right, as they look to start this second half of this penalty here with 20 seconds left in the penalty. And a quick wheel action. Ball back over to King. Now to Thatcher. Back up to King. Moves it over to Hackey. And a skip pass. And able to hold on to it. And a shot just wide. The ball will stay with the Knights with, I believe, just a couple seconds left in this extra man advantage. And a quick wheel route, and the possession will stay with the Knights, but the penalty is killed, and they're able to put the ball on the turf. When a quick skip pass across field, almost a scoring opportunity there.
But a great check from behind.
Yeah, checked away. He can't believe that. He thought he had a wide open goal there. Great defense by the Knights as they push transition. Decide to slow things down just a little bit. As some form of miscommunication happened there, will cause the Tigers to get the ball. I didn't see what happened there.
I think it was an offsides.
Offsides? Yeah, communication is key here. Tigers looking to chip away. More clock as they hold this 8-goal lead as we get late into this fourth quarter. Down over to the wing as Sydney will carry the ball down through X. Tall dodge and a skip pass low and handled away as Tigers get yard sailed here, but a whistle blown. Still trying to figure out what's being called on the field. Looks like they're setting up the clear for the Knights. Anxious to see what that whistle was for. The play is underway as the Knights look to clear here. And carried across midfield. It's number 7, Scott Dupay, freshman for the Knights. And a shot by the long stick. Michael Brown looking to get his second of the night. Saved by the Tigers.
That was a great save. Had that gone in, that would have really shifted momentum towards the Knights and would have been dangerous for the Tigers.
That's right. As the Hampden-Sydney carries the ball through X with a flag down. Maybe Millington's stick made contact with the head. But the Tigers will get a free play here if this flag stands. Long dodge up top and a shot scored by the Tigers, unassisted from the midfield. And depending on what the penalty is, with the Knights might be man down on this faceoff. It is wiped away by the goal. Wiped away by the goal. Now increasing their lead to 10. Or to 9, excuse me. So we're set for another face-off here. Scooped out by Arnold. And that'll be a face-off win for the Knights as they look to set up. They're clear as Arnold carries the ball across midfield. And he moves the ball along to the attack as the Knights will get set up with a little bit under 5 minutes left in this fourth quarter. Hackey with the ball. And he is checked as the ball goes back on the ground. He's able to scoop it back up, immediately met by trouble at the midfield, and the Tigers are able to push the ball as they turn it over. And just going back in the direction of the Knights. As Michael Brown goes to work, is able to get it to Hackey as they clear the ball. Another check on Hackey, and the ball is back on the turf. And the Tigers with another forced turnover. As we get a stoppage in play to get the shot clock set properly. As Hampden-Sydney looks to go to work here. And for them to just eat away at the remaining time left. Tall dodge from down low. Back up top. As they look to get the work, as he dodges down the alley. Quick roll back inside. And he moves the ball through X. 40 seconds left in the shot clock. And a skip pass on the money, but unable to handle by the Tigers, and that'll be a turnover. Oh, but an offsides penalty. Offsides penalty will give the Tigers the extra man advantage with 3 minutes left in this game. Quick movement up top. And a little slip inside. And he's able to catch it, but unable to get a shot off. Ball moves outside for a wide shot by the Tigers as they stay on the extra man advantage. Another movement and a shot in a high percentage area. Sailed wide by the Tigers, and that'll do it for the penalty. Knights with another penalty kill, but a whistle blown. Maybe released just a hair too early. He released a hair too early. Oh, and that's going to cause another penalty. Flag is down, and Coach Lamb can't believe it. The early release is going to give him another 30-second technical there. So, yep, there'd be 2 man down for 3 seconds here. As they try to figure out the right personnel on.
And that's just the mistakes you don't want to see ever, like especially at the end of the game when when the game's winding down, you're getting to the finish line, and those are the mistakes you just don't want to see.
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely tell that, people are they're working hard trying to get back in this game, and the Tigers make them pay for that little error right there. And that one might be the nail on the coffin for the Knights. Just an unfortunate series of events right there. And the Tigers able to capitalize on that. That'll release both penalties, or that'll release the penalty, and we will go back to even strength as we get another face-off for Jalen Arnold. And another violation will give the Knights another opportunity here.
It's been a very sloppy fourth period by both teams.
Yeah, and I don't know if there's enough time to make up this league, but this is definitely a pride thing here where you're going to want to, you're really going to want to press here and, try to put a couple away here before the end of the game. The Knights set up their wheel action here. And quick movements and a shot, and that one goes in. That one scored by number 16, Gabe King. Comes a little bit, maybe a hair too late in this game. Reducing the lead back down to single digits. And finally capitalizing on these many face-off violations that they've had, that the Tigers have had. And he's off the field meeting with the trainer. Hopefully he's okay. So we get another face-off ball put out by the Tigers. It's forced on the ground by the Knights. Still no possession, and the Tigers will come up with that one. We got two Knights tied up down low. And you almost look for the Tiger just to carry this one down.
Take as much time off as possible.
Take as much time off as possible and put this one away. As the Tigers go to work there, and a shot just scrapes across the crease as it stays in bounds. What a whistle. Refs seem to have confusion on who has the ball. Looks like they're going to call him with a loose ball push, and possession will stay with the Tigers. Fresh 60 seconds with just 11. And we're going to get a timeout.
Yeah, probably just wants his team to focus it, get a couple more defensive good stops, get a couple more good offense possessions. That way you can at least end the game on a high note.
Yep, with 11 seconds separating the game clock and the play clock, or the shot clock, excuse me. You look for the Tigers to hold on to possession here, maybe see if the Knights will pull the goalkeeper out as an extra defender, see if they can turn the ball over to get another opportunity. I mean, chances of coming back and winning this game are low, but again, it's a pride thing, and how are you going to end the game, and see maybe if you can create something to build off on to where they go and I think hit the road next week. Just a frustrating game again. I think we're just seeing the same thing, just filled up with some too many errors, and good teams will make you make you pay for making these kind of mistakes.
Absolutely, and there's only so much you can do defensively when you're giving up 31 turnovers in a game.
Yep, 30. Yeah, you're just putting too much on your defense and your goalie. Who's seen north of 45 shots this game. This play goes underway with under a minute left in the game. And maybe a trip there that the Knights got lucky. They got away with there. And a pass over to the corner. And that is going to be cleared with 40 seconds left. Let's see if the Knights can, end the game on a bright note here. Strong dodging from the defensive midfield unit. And a dropped ball by Clay Hackey. Strong movement from inside, and a penalty, and a ball and a shot hit the outside of the net. And get an offside penalty here for the Tigers. Will give the Knights the extra man advantage with 17 seconds left in the game. Who's going to be? See if they can put one in before the end of regulation.
Yeah.
And they're looking to go with a little sweep action. Pass not handled down at the wing. Quick feed inside, and a shot just misses its mark by Zach Sullivan. And a quick pass with 2 seconds left, and we are going to not get a shot. That'll do it for the game, as the Tigers of Hampden-Sydney will take this one 14, your Knights 5. It's another frustrating loss with, turnovers and really not controlling the ball being another issue for the Knights once again this week.
Absolutely. And what was interesting is that at least you saw some progress, especially with that fourth period. They outshot Hampden-Sydney 12-6, which is something they didn't do in any previous period this game or in the last game. So at least there's some progress there, but definitely a frustrating loss with so many turnovers that just kills your offense.
Yeah, and then there's only so much. Caleb Brody, I think, had a great game. He saw ridiculous amounts of shots, and this game could have easily been, they could have lost this game by easily another 10 goals.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I think they got a lot of stuff to build on or build off of, and hopefully I'm still waiting to see if we can get who's going to be the leader this year. Who's going to be the guy that when you need a goal, who's going to be the guy to go get it for you? And I just don't think we've seen that yet so far. But again, unfortunately the Knights fall short this time, and we look forward to being taking you guys on this journey with us as we go through the rest of the season. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. Again, I'm Ryan Larson, joined with Mark Duffy, and so thank you again, and we will see you guys for the next home game.